All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive.
Absolutely.
And today we are going to be looking at an incident in Bukit Merah, Singapore.
Okay.
And what's really fascinating about this is we actually have sort of two perspectives, or really three, I guess you could say, on the same event.
Right.
We have this TikTok video that surfaced, which kind of captures the community response to something that was happening.
Got it.
And then we also have the official police statement about the incident.
Okay.
So we kind of get to see, the official word on what was going on. And then we also kind of get this street level view
That's interesting.
of what was happening.
Yeah.
So just to sort of set the scene for everybody, this happened on October 19th.
Okay.
Around 5 p.m.
All right.
And it was in Block 107, Jalan Bukit Merah.
Okay.
And so what we see in the video is, it's kind of chaotic.
Right.
You can see two police officers, and they're struggling with a suspect on the ground. And the suspect is shouting. It's very hard to tell exactly what he's saying. But there are 4 or 5 men who appear to be, just folks from the neighborhood, maybe some people working in the area.
Right.
And they come over and they help the officers restrain the suspect.
Wow.
And you can see one man in particular is really putting his whole weight down to try and pin this guy down.
So they're like really taking an active role here. It's not just passive.
Absolutely. And they don't let go until the officers are able to get him handcuffed.
Wow.
And he's, safely in custody.
Interesting.
So that's what we see in the video. Now, the police statement gives us a little bit more background information.
Okay.
It confirms the date, the time, and location from the video. And they tell us that the suspect is a 56-year-old man.
Okay.
And he was arrested for fraudulent possession of property.
Fraudulent possession of property. What does that mean exactly?
So that basically means that he had something that didn't belong to him. And it seems like he was probably going to try and use it for some kind of illegal activity.
I see.
And he was also suspected of being involved in drug-related offenses.
Okay.
Now, one thing the statement does make a point of clarifying is that the suspect was conscious when they took him to the hospital.
Got it.
And that the investigation is still ongoing.
Makes sense.
So there may be more to come out of this.
Right.
But I want to go back to the community response for a second.
Yeah.
Because I think that's really what makes this story so interesting. There's a moment in the video where you can hear someone off camera and they're praising the team effort and the good community spirit that's being shown that day. And it really does make you wonder what motivated these bystanders to get involved.
Yeah, for sure. Like, why did they jump in like that?
Right. Was it a sense of duty? Were they worried about their own safety or the safety of others?
Or maybe they just wanted to back the police up, show their support.
Absolutely.
It's really interesting.
It is. And I think this kind of speaks to, broader themes of community policing and active citizenship.
Yeah, I was going to say this whole incident sort of brings up these bigger questions about the role of the public in law enforcement. Like, where's the line between being helpful and interfering?
Exactly.
And how does all of this impact the relationship between the police and the community?
Right. Because on one hand, you want people to be engaged.
Yeah, you want folks to feel empowered to step up if they see something wrong.
Exactly. But then there's also the question of, training and safety for everybody involved.
Absolutely.
But I think this particular incident really highlights the potential of a community that's willing to support law enforcement.
I agree.
And that's something to think about.
For sure.
So to quickly summarize what we have here is this pretty dramatic incident that was caught on video.
Right.
We see this amazing community response. And then we have the police statement that fills in some of the gaps and also clarifies a few details. But I think the biggest takeaway from all of this is that question that we were talking about earlier.
About why the bystanders got involved.
Right. What would you do if you were in that situation?
Oh, man. That's a tough one.
It is. It really makes you think.
And I think it also reminds us that even in this world where we're constantly bombarded with news and information from all over the place, some of the most fascinating stories are happening right in our own neighborhoods.
Absolutely. I mean, you never know what's going to happen.
You don't.
Right outside your door.
Exactly.
So it's always good to be aware. Keep your eyes open.
Yeah, stay curious.
Stay curious.
And we'll see you next time for another deep dive.
Looking forward to it.
All right. Take care, everyone.
Bye.